Hey everybody, happy Friday, yay! I can't believe it's Friday. These weeks are gonna go by super duper fast. Someone posed the question to me today in my travels of wandering around talking to all you guys, is should an STR or VRBO or Airbnb supply toiletries, and they were labeled as condiments. And the consensus was that, yes, you should supply them, but then it becomes this whole like who's going to put them out and stage them and fill them up and inventory them. So first and foremost, some of the most common items that were requested were, believe it or not, number one was Ziploc baggies. I guess when you are doing a lot of short-term rentals, having a Ziploc baggie or two is essential to making your guests happy. Believe it or not, I didn't actually believe the Ziploc baggies would be a requirement, but they are. Another common item that was requested was aluminum foil and plastic wrap. The reason for these requests is that so when you're cooking at home or you're using the barbecue out back, they can put aluminum foil down and like make less of a mess. So those were two other items I didn't think about. Extra plastic food containers that if they disappeared, it wouldn't be a big deal. That was also a number top 10 requests for items that should be left in the home when you have a short-term rental. And then there were some obvious ones, like everyone should supply a coffee maker with coffee, right? And you should have individualized creamers. Doesn't necessarily have to be refrigerated or non-refrigerated or even flavored, but just the thought that counts, with sugar. And then if you're going to supply sugar, there should be the 3 types of sugar, because then there's the 3 types of individuals, right? So those were important. And bottled water was actually the number 1 requested items in a short-term rental, STR, that a host or a cleaner can leave in the home for their guests coming in. Yeah, there's chocolates and fancy shampoos and conditioners and foo-foo soaps, but the number 1 requested item was the bottled water, believe it or not. Not everyone drinks tap, and unless you have a very cool filtration system, they're not going to know. And they're not going to want to hunt at 2 o'clock in the morning if your STR happens to be in a small town. Most things are not going to be open at that time, and then they'll be thirsty, and then, it would just be a bad experience. So those were some of the top items that were requested. So Ziploc baggies, aluminum foil, plastic wrap, plastic food containers for food storage, shampoo, conditioner, coffee, creamers, individual creamers, sugar, and then of course the number 1 asked for item is bottled water. We won't have the discussion whether it should be Evian or some other bottled water attribute. I don't know why my dog always has to bark when I'm doing these. But yeah, those were some top items that were labeled as mandatory and nice gestures. And of course, having your cleaners when they come in can help you stage those things for you. And for an extra fee, I'm sure they can inventory them for you as well. I look forward to your questions, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.